I'm going to assess your letter now, Bindu. You've written down the date on the top.
Okay.
That is okay. And then Dr. Gregory, the general practitioner, health clinic, Adilong 3538. That is all good. And then you have written on Dear Dr. Gregory. If they don't have surname, you can use whatever the name that is given to you. So that's all right. So Dear Dr. Gregory,
Okay.
comma, and then regarding Master Jonathan Franks, aged 6. That's okay. I'm writing to refer Master Jonathan, who is a student at Adelaide Relang Primary School. Okay. He requires your assessment and further management since he has been experiencing a recurrent ear infection. Okay, good. That's all right. So you're a school nurse, is that right? In this case?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Today, Master Jonathan presented to me with complaints of earache and ear discharge. He has ear infection since March 2018. Okay. So in this case, it's not small March. You know, the M sounds like a small M. You have to write down,
Okay.
don't write like this, March 2018. So the way you have
Be
written down
capital.
sounds
Okay.
like a small letter. You have to write down capital
Yes, I
letter.
have written small letter. Okay.
So you have written on small letter only.
Yeah, yeah.
For all the months, okay, you have to use the capital letters only, wherever you write.
Okay. Fine.
And antibiotic was antibiotics. When you say antibiotics, okay, antibiotics means it's a plural noun. So you have to use where prescribed.
Where?
Yes. All right. Antibiotics. So antibiotics.
Because it is written only one antibiotic name. That's why I just written
Oh, okay.
was. So it
But
will
if
be
they mention
antibiotic only maybe.
yeah, so then you have to use an antibiotic was prescribed. Okay. Then you have to use antibiotic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Was prescribed by you. Okay, so the addressee has already
Because he is
prescribed the
non-GP.
antibiotic. Okay,
Yes.
for this patient, for this children, for the child, right? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Non-case also. Yes.
Okay, okay, I
Non-GP.
understand. I understand. Yep, yep. So, but his mother forgot to administer the entire course. Okay, all right. That is an issue. Okay, right. Due to what is this? Can you tell me this? Glue.
Blue ear. Blue ear. Yes.
Okay, it's B, right? No,
GLUE.
glue ear. Okay, glue ear. Master Jonathan
Blue
is
ear.
facing. So due to something, there should be a comma. Okay, after glue
Okay.
ear, after glue
Okay.
ear, you
Okay.
have to place a comma. I mean, you have to say, you have to write down like this, glue ear, comma. Okay. For example, let me tell you,
Okay.
whatever, whenever you have to write down, you know, due to blah 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 blah, comma. Okay, and then because
Okay.
of blah 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 blah, and then comma. Okay, and then owing to blah 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 blah, and then comma. So these are the ones that come in the first part of the sentence. Okay, do you understand what I mean?
Okay. That
Yes.
need comma.
If they are represented in the first part of the sentence, yes, you need to mention the comma. Okay, in between.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next one. Master Jonathan is facing facing a trouble in the class. He exhibited some specific learning and hearing difficulties. His teacher expressed concern. That's wrong. Why? Because his teacher, okay, wait a minute. His teacher express. His teacher comes under third form of the singular noun, which means it must be he, she, it, isn't it? It's he or he, she, you're one of them anyway.
Yes.
So in the present tense, if it is the present tense, if we would like to say present tense, you can use his teacher expresses. Okay, all right. Otherwise, if you want to use the past
Okay.
tense, then you have to say his teacher expressed. Do you know what I mean? And express is
Expressed.
incorrect.
Okay.
Express cannot go with that. See, for he,
Okay.
she, and it, we have to use verb plus s only in the present tense. For he, she, it,
Okay.
sorry, it's not. For he, she, it, okay, we have to use verb plus yes, not verb only. That's wrong.
Okay.
So he expressed concern about him, and he always looks fatigued when he arrives at school. Okay, he is underweight for his age. That is also right. You could have used, this is also an issue, isn't it? So you could have used maybe also. Also, please note that he is underweight for his age.
Okay.
Okay, you could have used some
Together.
connecting phrases. Yes. No, 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 not together. I said like also. You could have started a new sentence here. I mean, you could have used also. Please note that he is underweight for his age.
Yes.
Yeah, this is another issue, isn't it? So
Okay.
it comes in the same issue. So he feels fatigued and he's underweight and he has got all these things. So these are the concerns, of the patient. So you can use supporting, phrases, the connecting phrases to support them. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. All right. It would be greatly appreciated if you could examine Master Jonathan and treat him as well. Treat him as well. And treat him as well. Treat him as well. Instead of that, what you could have mentioned, maybe treat him as you feel appropriate. Okay, that could have been much better. Kindly assess his learning spelling mistakes. See this one, leering. Okay, leering. It's not leering, but it's learning.
Learning. Learing.
N-I-N-I-N-G. Yes, you didn't use N. Look at this. N is not here. And hearing problems.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's all right. It'll be better if you could. Okay, again, as I mentioned, comma should not be placed here between the two parts of the same sentence if you write down if in the second part of the sentence. So you should have used if you could in the beginning, then you can place a comma. So this comma needs to be removed. Okay, be better, comma, if remove this comma, please. And then there is another issue as well. Okay. Instead of writing it would be better, you can say it would be beneficial if you could arrange a social worker to discuss with his mother about his condition. To discuss to his mother, that's wrong. So it would be beneficial. Instead of using it would be better. Okay, that this is one issue, but the way you would have mentioned is you could have written
Okay.
on like this. It would be beneficial, and then you can use if you blah blah blah. Okay, and then discuss
Okay.
to his mother. Okay, that's wrong. Discuss
With his
with
mother.
his mother. Yes, that's right. With his mother. Okay. Inappropriate use of prepositions. That's not good. About his condition, it's better to use regarding or in regards to instead of using about, because about is what do you call the informal phrase. Okay, so it's better to use formal phrase. Okay, if you could, wherever possible. So use regarding or in regards to. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Should you have any questions regarding? Okay, let's go to the next page. Regarding Master Jonathan, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yours sincerely, the social health nurse. Yeah, that's all right. Assessment. Grammar needs to be improved a lot because you have committed many grammar mistakes, particularly the use of verbs. Look at this verbs. His teacher expresses, and then this one, like, discuss with his mother instead of to his. I mean, instead of with his mother, you have written on to his mother. That's not
With
good.
this.
So yeah, a couple of, and then the placement of punctuation marks. Okay, spelling could have been better. Don't write it would be better. Okay, it will be better. Okay, instead of that, use it would be beneficial. Okay, it will be, because
Okay.
we don't use will. Don't use those kinds of certain phrases like will, shall. That's not needed here. When you have to request, it's better to use would be, could be. That is more formal. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it would be beneficial, it would
Yes,
be
sir.
important, I would be greatly I mean, it would be greatly appreciated. So those kinds of words. Don't say it will be greatly appreciated or it will be better. That's not really good. That doesn't give positive impression. Okay, so use formal words and expressions instead of using instead of informal ones. Okay, spelling is bad, and then use of punctuation marks could have been improved. Okay, and then what else? Use of nouns and verbs, capital letters. Please be mindful about the use of capital and small letters. Okay, you need to know where you have to use small letters and where you should use capital letters. Okay, use of punctuation marks is all right. Use of prepositions could have been better. Okay, and then use of
Okay.
singular and plural nouns. Use of nouns and verbs needs immediate attention. Case notes were well organized. I'm happy with that. They are. I can easily follow you, so that's good. And overall task fulfillment is okay. It's not that bad. What else? Connectivity is all right. But in one sentence, you could have used also. I told you, right? I think also it is important to know that
Yes, 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 sir.
he's underweight over, sorry, for his age. So you could have mentioned that. Okay. Apart from that, I think everything else sounds good. To me, this sounds like. Let me check the errors, number of errors plus the severity of them in terms of score. Capital letters, that's not good. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. Okay, no worries. This one is definitely worth for 300 out of 500. Some mistakes are major ones, and as a result, I would like you to, go through them and then try to avoid them in the future letters, please.
Okay, sir.